Sports Skills for Life Skills is a South African NGO formed in 1999. The initiative is centered on nurturing the talents of disadvantaged athletes and students hailing from across the shores of the Western Cape. The SS4LS program utilizes a progressive holistic development approach to propel its participants to the summit of their potential. This is their story, the SS4LS story.
It was conceptualized whilst I was a cricket umpire, umpiring in various townships. Saw a lot of athletes that had good school results but didn't have the means to study, and they got lost in the system.
We needed a place where we could source talent and cricketers who didn't necessarily land up in UCT or Tukkies or Wits. And so we started bringing in really talented players from the southern suburbs, from Mitchells Plain, from Khayelitsha, and we began to train them up with the best possible coaching, technical training, to see that they could challenge on any stage.
It's given me an opportunity at life. I mean, I've got a little family now, married, living overseas, and a large part of that is due to the program and the doors it opened for me, both cricketing and academically. Without the degree and without the skills I learned on the field, which helped open doors, I don't know where I would have ended up, to be honest.
At Sports Skills for Life Skills, we have 3 pillars that we base the program on, which is the wellness aspect, the cricket aspect, and the academic. What we aim for at Sports Skills for Life Skills is to produce holistic cricketers, which impacts every aspect of the cricketer's life, apart from just cricket.
SS4LS has constantly identified promising athletes from all backgrounds and provided them the access to professional coaching and training facilities which to hone their talents. The initiative's mandate has since yielded unprecedented results. One such example is the UWC cricket team. As the very first beneficiary of the SS4LS program, the UWC cricket team has grown from strength to strength, becoming a dominant force in club cricket in the Western Province. SS4LS has played a pivotal role in helping the team to achieve their most successful season to date.
It was a challenge to work with an institution that was created by apartheid in 1959, this is UWC, and to change that into a competitive, cutting-edge institution that could compete on any stage in any environment, and that's ultimately what happened.
We won the treble in the one season, so we managed to win the league, the one-day competition and the 2020 competition. So it was all the trophies in the Western Province League for that season, so it was massive for the program to achieve something like that. From where the program obviously started to where it went in that season was massive.
This for an institution that was created to be effectively an offshoot of Bantu education. So that's the first one. That was the challenge. It was a challenge just to show them that they were wrong.
And we just believed that we were that good. We had everything needed to win a cricket game. Obviously with the support of the field in terms of preparation. So yeah, that was basically the golden area, a close unit if I can put it in that sense, yeah.
Nick approached me to take over the women's team. That was about four seasons ago. And from there, we started building to a place where we are competitive within the Premier League. We are one of the top teams in the Premier League. I mean, over the last 4 seasons, we've made 9 finals, we won 3 trophies.
Sports' mission, we can look at the broader philosophy, we can look at it in sociological terms about enhancing the Human Development Index to improve outcomes, but ultimately it's about changing lives, changing athletes' lives, in assisting them in their journey, trying to remove as many obstacles as possible, that would otherwise have impeded in them fulfilling their potential.
Other things that sports skills has also taught me is that I think that each one of us has a social responsibility towards your community or towards each and every thing in life or person in life that you come across. That we are initially here for ourselves, but we're also here to better the world and leave the world in a better place when we move on. And I think Nick is a very good example for us coming through him and through the program that he has structured, because we leaving from here, we actually see what the program does for us, and it also makes us want to do that for other people in the future and our communities and schools that we come from.
The most amazing thing for me is my thinking has improved because of the diverse group of people we work with. And also Nick challenges us all the time, puts us out of our comfort zones. And we've got the opportunity to capacity build. So all our shortcomings we have in our little areas, he provides us the opportunity to improve on that by doing little courses or workshops. Yeah, just the people around you, they all have different mindsets, think in different ways. And so naturally your way of thinking then improves.
We had fantastic coaching. So my development as a person, my academic development, my cricketing development is all to the large part due to sports skills. Who I am today is sports skills has got a lot to do with that.
It speaks volumes, the sports skills for life skills. It's not only the sporting side, it's also the skill side. And what it's taught me is discipline, a lot of discipline, because studying itself is tough and playing sport is also tough. So you have to have that balance in life. And that's what it taught me, and I'm so proud to say that I'm also implementing that with my schoolboys now.
Another unique hallmark of the SS4LS initiative is its commitment to assisting numerous schools in the province with the installation and refurbishment of integral facilities with the aim of stimulating development at grassroots level.
Sports Skills for Life Skills as an NGO have been involved at Belleville Technical High School since 2015, and they've really helped us to change our sports center into a world-class sports center for multiple sports, especially cricket, rugby, volleyball, you name it. You know, if you're innovative, you can use it. They also were involved with the refurbishment of our cloakrooms as well as our clubhouse at the school, and we really thank them for that, because that helped a lot in terms of our mission to make sure that our boys and girls get to the outcomes that we want for them on the sports field as well. And Sports Skills for Life Skills really isn't just Sports Skills for Life Skills, it's really a given that all schools or institutions should in fact, make use of the philosophy of Sports Skills for Life Skills.
The school hosts 686 learners, and they come from diverse backgrounds. They come from backgrounds where they don't always get opportunities, but we believe in a holistic approach, and so the program is really giving our children an opportunity, firstly, to do something of value, to have a sense of purpose, to feel that they belong. It teaches them skills, it teaches them, and I'm firstly talking about the sport skill. It will teach them sport skills, but it will teach them more, because inside the sport, it amplifies life.
Many a time we couldn't have events at the municipal sports facilities because there wasn't enough of them available. So when Sports Skills for Life Skills came in, they started developing and they heard what our need was. The rugby field that we have now was just a barren piece of land. The netball court, there was only one court for our learners to play on, and it was a major challenge. We have got a multi-purpose field for rugby, soccer, and even athletics. We've got netball courts, 5 of them, that we will be starting to use from today onwards. And yes, it's just a glorious day made possible by Sports Skills for Life Skills.
The SS4LS program has always placed a keen and acute emphasis on academic performance, The participants are not only afforded access to a tertiary education, but they're also provided with regular debriefing and tutoring sessions to ensure their success.
So Sports Skills for Life Skills is a education and sports-based NGO. We always say amongst all of us that education is the most important thing that we do. Yes, we get successful guys on the cricket field and we are happy to see them, but for us the real prize is them leaving with a degree once they're done with the program.
If you told me 7 years ago that I would be done with my Masters in Sports Science, I would have laughed at you. You know, probably for a good 5 minutes, tears rolling down my eyes, you know.
University degree does open and broaden the doors for you. I did a BA degree with my majors in history, linguistics and sociology, and then advanced diploma, a major in management, and I was busy doing my BCom honours in 2018.
So I'm currently doing my PhD in pharmaceutical chemistry with a focus on drug design and development. And that PhD started off with a master's, and in my master's level, we got a few accolades with the work we had done in the research group. I received the Young Scientist Award of the Year in 2015, and then in 2016 we got the Best Publication of the Year, and that work saw us having to then upgrade the master's study to become a PhD study, and I'm looking forward to completing my PhD next year.
Being a professional sportsman is a very fickle business. As much as education is maybe not the first priority for some of our sportsmen, I think it's a fantastic sort of safety net for them. And then as well, after they've graduated or after they've played sport, they then have something to go into straight away and not having to go sit in university being 35 or 40 years old and not having any sort of tangible skills.
So I came to UWC and I studied a law degree while I was here, and that opened many doors for me because it's allowed me to have other things to fall back on, especially considering the fact that according to the statistics, 65% of the top sportsmen in the world, and I'm talking about people who are millionaires, become bankrupt within the first 5 to 10 years after retirement. So to me, it's a life changer because it gave me something to have for the rest of my life, unlike just being a contract worker, which I am now, playing for Boland. And by the time you're 35, 36, you lose your sport contract and then you need something else to fall back on. So that's something that's opened big doors for me given the socio-economic and political climate of the country that I live in.
Sports Skills for Life Skills changed my life in the sense that it afforded me the opportunity to do what I love most in this world, which is play cricket. But at the same time also allowed me to set a platform for myself through education to get the best for myself out of life, which is what the path that I'm on currently at the moment.
The program helped me financially. Regarding my education, I am now able to study further. So I study at CPUT, graphic design.
What was in place when I took over was the debrief kind of system that we had, where we would chat to players about the subjects that they're doing, whether they need assistance in any way, and give them sort of practical advice, because it's important for us to recognize the majority of our students are first generation students, which means they don't really have parents and stuff at home that they can go and talk to about this or ask for advice. So we sort of take over that role in terms of giving advice. And then the second thing which was in place is the tutoring. So if players did need help, they could ask for a tutor and we facilitate that process. I've sort of tried to generalize things a bit more because players can sometimes see asking for help as maybe a sign of weakness. So what we do is we make asking for help a bit easier. We try and do workshops that will help everyone. So referencing or writing skills or CV writing. The second thing we do is we do assignment reviewals. So the guys can send through their assignments. We will look through it and give them practical feedback. It's an important skill, and from first year till masters we get guys handing in their stuff and just asking us to have a look through it for them. The other one is mentorship. We're quite lucky to have a sort of a wealth of postgraduate students with us, and we make full use of them in terms of how they can assist the younger players.
We're willing to support each other. We're willing, to help one another with anything, even when it comes to studies. We study together, and that's how we make progress. And I think that's what makes, a team successful, and guys also work together off the field. you know, and share those moments, those memories, and that just brings unity.
Key components of both athletic and academic development are proper nourishment and good health. Participants of the SS4LS program are granted a monthly stipend with which to purchase groceries that will contribute to a nutritious, well-balanced diet. They also provided access to an extensive healthcare plan to maintain and improve their personal well-being.
The nutritional component of Sports Skills for Life Skills started when a volunteer in our program said to me that one of our participants was going hungry. I wasn't aware of this, and once sitting down with the athlete, I realized that not only is he going hungry, he is showing signs of malnourishment, and that has profoundly affected myself and the way we approached our participants. And since then, we have escalated our nutritional program, not just for hostel dwellers, but anybody that is staying at home who does not have access to adequate nutrition, as well as providing our participants with meals during matches.
And in my first year, I spoke to Nick, and Nick started organizing lunch meals for me and supper as well, so that I can at least have the nutrition and that I'll be in class not thinking about hunger. And it has advanced from there, where we get a monthly supply of groceries, which now enables us to gym and also improve our lifestyles and what we are eating.
Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Protein is vital.
But getting into SS4LS with all the other legs that it has, the fitness and all of that, where it helps you understand how important your nutrition is in you being a student athlete and you actually performing at optimum level every week, in and week out.
In terms of wellness, we pretty much sorted here. They look after us. In terms of getting us a doctor if we're sick, they provide us, as you are aware, with groceries. So every month we go shopping and we get a decent budget to buy pretty much what you require as a sportsman, so you can get proper sport nutrition. And other than that, we have proper biokineticists, we have physios, we have strength and conditioning coaches. All those guys with their different components, they also assist. They're readily available whenever you need them. All you need to do is make an appointment with them. But they're ready to assist wherever you need help, whether it be with strength and conditioning, improving your fitness, rehabbing an injury, those type of things.
Primary concerns I had was amongst first-line practitioners. So if someone gets hurt, it's either going to be a physio or a bio that's going to be on the scene. From there, we now need someone to be operated on. And getting a orthopedic surgeon to me was at that time crucial. For the orthopedic surgeon, we had then a sports physician, and from there it grew to a homeopath, to optometrist, and the network base kept on growing, so much so that we now have a stable base. Should any injuries occur, we can now then refer on to the necessary health professionals, and from there complete the rehab with myself at UWC in the Biokinetic Center.
Without the physical ability to carry out whatever movements or whatever tasks you're trying to execute, without fitness you won't be able to do that with longevity also, because with any physical movement, the human body isn't made out of titanium or granite rock or anything, The human body can be a very fragile thing if you don't look after it properly. So same thing with sport, it's physical movement, physical activity, sometimes it's contact as well. So if you don't keep it healthy, fit and strong and operating optimally, then you're always at risk of not performing to your best, number one, and then also getting injured. So
What we've now done is with the help of the Wellness League, the Academic League and the Cricket League, we've now tied all three facets into one form of rehab. So when you are out, you'll be doing rehab, but you're catching up on your academics, ensuring the minimum, or facilitating that process of the minimum of 60 credits, making players eligible for Varsity Cup. They can now literally give 120% without having the mental barrier of thinking, I can't dive on my shoulder because it's already injured. What happens with medical bills? I don't have medical aid, and so on. They can go out perform optimally. Whatever happens thereafter, they can be rest assured they're in safe hands.
One of the things that's obvious, it's not just about success on the sports field. It's about how it affected people's lives and what it's made them go out and do. And that to me shows something that's incredibly successful. That it affects the way we act and the way that we think. And I think that is a hallmark of what's been achieved by this program.
I think it was very clear for everybody to see tonight. It was patently obvious that the Sports Skills for Life Skills program is quite phenomenal, how it's really touching people's lives. In fact, not touching their lives, it's changing their lives. And I think for me, what's really exciting is it goes beyond sport. Sports Skills for Life Skills and the next dream has really, it's gone beyond sport into people's lives. And it's not only touching and transforming their lives, but it's naturally going to then go on and transform the lives of people that those people touch.
I'm a massive UWC and Sports Skills for Life Skills ambassador. Everything about the program is awesome. I basically, I can't tell you everything that I would like, because it's quite an emotional part of me being where I am today.
Now in its 20th year, SS4LS continues to make massive strides in its mission of changing lives for the better. The program is constantly evolving, refining its approach, adapting to overcome challenges and implementing innovative solutions to nurture and uplift talented youth, assisting them not only to become well-rounded athletes, but more importantly, well-rounded human beings.